just want it all. Oh, what you know about me? I seen it all, heard it all. Oh, what you know about me? Oh, what you know about me? Oh, what you know about me?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get everything set up. You know what it is, man. Back, another episode of More Than the Title. Jared's on his way in. He's running a little late. I'm under the weather, but we are still gonna bring you guys a good show. Today is Fan Appreciation Day. So we was gonna cancel this episode, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm not feeling well. I'm completely under the weather. Jared is not feeling well. He's completely under the weather. But we promised the fans that we would go live, and we do not like to disappoint. So we're back with another show, More Than the Title. You know what it is. First things first, let's do a little housekeeping. Shout out to our partners, the Alive Podcast Network, right? Download that app, right? Shout out to Angel and the team. The first and only, to this date, female Black network owner, right? So if you want more content like this, Black content, unfiltered, right, for the culture, then download and subscribe to that Alive Podcast app, right? That helps us keep moving. And, shout out to the people over there doing that, man. I'm gonna try my best, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna try my best to give you guys a good show. We got a couple people coming on that's going to join on today and talk about some things. Today's Fan Appreciation. So really, we about giving back today. We're not gonna have any special guests. We just gonna give back today. So, this episode is definitely for you guys. So bear with me. I got my tea. I got some soup. We're waiting for some guys to log in and jump on in. But we just gonna get this show rocking, man. We just gonna get this show rocking. Give me 1 second. What's going on? Hold on. Okay. So to give you guys some content, I don't know what's going around. It's got to be like a bug going around or something like that. How do you get sick when you don't even leave the house? I didn't leave the house in like 3 or 4 days prior to the weekend, and I got sick staying in the house. Like I woke up and I have congestion all right here. Like it's just sinuses. I know it's just sinuses. It's just heavy congestion, and I'm feeling like I might have to go to the hospital. It's very, very painful. Can't sleep. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, is it a sinus infection? Am I developing allergies? I've been pumping this Mucinex all day, and it doesn't seem to be working. I'm not going to lie. It does not seem to be working. So maybe, possibility, after this show, I will be going to the emergency room to seek some medical attention because I am not feeling well at all. And this is not, normally guys, we don't like to go to the doctors. We try to tough it out and we play the tough role. And yeah, it's all right. We'll take care of it. It's no problem. It's no problem. And it's not good. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not a good thing to do. We do ourselves a big disservice when we do that, but it's you call it machismo. It's us being macho, right? Us figuring like, we could take care of it. We can knock it out. You know what I mean? But in today's age, I wanna send this message out and say in today's age, in today's times, we definitely need to leave that old ideology alone and make sure you get checked out on a regular basis, man, because there's a lot of shit going around right now getting us sick. I feel like as a people, we're just getting sicker faster. And it's just like a lot of things now are just making us sick. So if you're feeling under the weather, ladies, gentlemen, it doesn't matter. If you're feeling under the weather, you should definitely go to the doctor and get that taken care of. You know what I mean? Or get checked out. If it's nothing, then let them tell you that it's nothing. But if it is something, I do recommend you going, so that we can definitely find out, what it is, so you can get that taken care of, properly. Because other than that, man, God forbid it, it's something that you can actively get treated, right? If you have something that you can actively get treated and you wait too long, it might get worse to a point where now it can't be treated. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I think I do what a lot of other people do, self-diagnose. You know what I mean? If it feels like something, if it has some symptoms that remind me of something else, then I'll assume that's what it is, and kind of run with that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, like I don't think that's the way to be. And I'm gonna take my own advice, and I'm gonna take my ass to a professional and have them check it out. So just bear with me. Like I said, I don't really have too much of a voice. I don't really have too much energy. But once again, we promise you guys a show, and we always deliver on our promises. I got a special guest that I'm gonna bring on the show today. We met this guy down at Podfest. The last one we went to, the 10th anniversary of the Podfest. And this guy has a lot of valuable information. And we talked, and he has a very specific niche that he focuses on, right? So we're gonna bring him to the stage, and we're gonna let him talk about what he focuses on, because I think this is a critical part of information that our culture needs to have readily available, because you need to know that there's support out there for you, just in case you have issues and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? My boy is in the building.
We back. I saw the live go. My boys on the live, nigga. I can't leave my nigga by himself.
Oh.
We out here straight from the OR to your living room. We in here, man. Show never stops.
Yeah, listen. So I told him, I said, Jared had a medical emergency. I got a medical emergency, but the show does not stop. You know what I mean?
How bad do you want it, y'all? And this is for y'all. I would never miss no fan appreciation. Nah, man.
Come on, man. I heard
man.
Fan appreciation, man. I had to pull up. I'm very appreciative just to be here, man. I met these, like my man said, I met him a month ago now. And I've been following the storyline ever since, bro. I'm a fan. I became a fan of the podcast and what y'all do, the movement. Man, salute to y'all, man. Very, very appreciated just to be here.
Of course, bro. We are honored to have you here, bro. Real talk, man. I just put up the joint yesterday. If you guys go to the Instagram page, I see when we first linked up, at Podfest, man. It was shout out to Ali and the team, man. We met there at the main floor, man. It was a great vibe. My brother's energy was real, and we just ended up connecting, man. That's what it's all about, man. This is what this platform is. It isn't just my platform, Chatio's platform. This is our platform, the people's platform, for us to put our shit out, man. And that's why we honored to have you, bro.
I love it, man. I just can't say it enough, man. I'm proud of you brothers, man. Y'all been doing some work since I met y'all. I've been actually noticing it. Like, damn, y'all out every single morning. First person on my feed is y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I'm in the West Coast, so I'm 3 hours behind y'all. So trust me, man. Y'all actually putting in the work, and I appreciate that.
That's love, bro. That's love, bro. Let's talk about your, talk about your business, bro, and what you got going on, bro. I'd love to tell the people.
Man, I'm a little bit of everything, man. I do just about everything. I am licensed in the counseling department. I'm certified drug and alcohol and a mental health professional. I reside in the state of Oregon, but I do a lot of work across the bubble. I'm here, there, I'm everywhere, right? And podcasting is my thing. I actually have a show called Therapy, and then I have a show with my wife called Meet the Allens. We've been together since little kid school. We've been together since little kid school, bro, since like 7th grade. And it's just, you know the ups and downs that comes with relationships, bro. So it's all about perspectives. And me and her were very entertaining with our perspectives. So yeah, you want to definitely check it out. Yeah.
But man, that's a great start right there. I definitely want to get into more details of the podcast. But man, shout out to you and your wife for being together and married since middle school, bro. That's how do you keep that, bro? Because I'm pretty sure there's many people out there that's like, man, how do you keep that relationship fresh? How you keep it going? How do you keep that love and respect for each other?
Man, you keep it, with prayer, man. You got to put God first. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a religious person. I'm very spiritual though. I'm always praying. Give me a reason to pray, and I'm praying. You understand? I believe in prayer personally. I think prayer is a mug, and that's how I got through that's how I'm getting through my relationship. It's a journey, not a destination. You know what I mean?
Message.
A fact, though.
Yeah.
That's a fact. It's a journey, not a destination.
I want to tell you something, man. When we met you, we meet a lot of people. We meet a lot of people at these conferences, but the way we connected with you, because we felt your sincerity.
Yes.
And we felt your energy, and we was like, your message is, you know, in our community, you know, drug addiction, alcoholism and stuff. These are two of the biggest issues that we face. And
the world's oldest pandemic, my brother. It's the world's. It's gonna be here after us too. You know, believe that. It's nothing. All we doing is, you know, putting band-aids on it. Really, ultimately, there is no quick fix to this pandemic. Really. So, yeah.
So when we met you, man, and you know, you had the book with the cohorts and everything like that, man. That's a fact. And the affirmations, man. You know, I'm gonna speak. You know, personally. You know, my certain side of my family, I think it's my mother's side, a lot of them suffer from alcoholism. I have witnessed what alcoholism does. Yes. My grandfather, he came home from Vietnam. He became a very heavy alcoholic, and I want to say that helped to, you know, quicken his demise. You know how they say, drink yourself into an early grave.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So that's why I really wanted to talk to you about this, man, because people, number one, there's stages to alcoholism. You understand what I'm saying? Beginning stages, middle stages, and then there's advanced stages. And there's signs, man. And what we need to do as a people is really start to educate ourselves, to start looking out for these signs, man. So that if you see a friend, a loved one, it doesn't matter who, somebody that you care about in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and it seems like they might start to struggle with drug abuse or substance abuse or alcoholism, we need to jump in immediately and let them know that they got, you know, the support to help make sure that, you know, they can see this thing through, man, because if not, that's a dark and lonely road, man.
Ooh.
That's a fact,
it's a road we all travel. You know, when I think about recovery itself, I think about the mind. I think about the mindset. I think about how we process information. You know, a lot of us are waking up on the wrong side of the bed. We looking for a reason to blame this, that, and everything else, right? It's that person's fault, right? So that to me is recovery. Like that's where recovery starts with me. And then once you really learn how to get your mind right, that's when you can apply that to substances, trauma, whatever the case may be. But recovery is its own separate issue. Okay? People get that confused. They think that anytime I be like, man, I'm here to talk about recovery. They're like, well, I ain't got no addiction. I ain't got no. Okay, well, you know, recovery is a mindset. Again, guys, it has very little to do with substances. You know, you can relate recovery to substances, but when I say recovery, I'm talking about your mind. Okay.
See? Well, I'm the first to say I had it confused because when I hear recovery, the first thing that I think about is substance abuse. So you know, and this is, and again, this is why these type of conversations are so important, right?
Very important.
If you have misinformation, then you make judgments. If you have misinformation, then the actions that you take is based on the wrong information. You do wrong, wrong, incorrect, right? So if we have the right information, then we can make the right actions towards this. So explain it to the people that don't understand the difference, but like you said, when it comes to recovery and mindset and not in relation to substance abuse.
So recovery again is a mindset, you know, and of course, there's one of the biggest things that we look at when we think about recovery is drugs and alcohol. So I totally get why they come together, why people put those together. I get it. However, you have to separate them. If you really want results, if you want to attack your recovery goals and be more intentional with your recovery, you got to know what you're doing. You got to know where it starts, right?
Message.
The mind. It starts what you're thinking about. So for me, I teach, I preach, I do a lot in the recovery space, man. That is my life. That's the rest of my life's journey, is to make sure I add value to the recovery space. That's what this is all about. It's like, because when I was growing up, you know, when you think about a counselor, you think about addictions, recovery, all that shit was horrible. My thought of it was a white man with keys, and they lock you up, put you and pump you full of drugs, right? That's my idea of a counselor and recovery. I thought that's what they do. That's far from it. Like, and that's why I became the change that I wanted to see, right? Because I needed a counselor at some point. So I couldn't find nobody to handle me, man. I'm a beast. I'll admit that live, right? I'm one of those people. So I need to find somebody that can handle me, and I became that person that can handle people like me. If that makes sense.
Audio
Message.
I like that. I like that, man, because
Yes.
you know, we always talk about how mental health is almost like taboo of a topic to talk about in our culture. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of us can benefit from having somebody to talk to,
Yes.
but or pride a lot of the times gets in the way because we were raised in a manner to say if we ask for help, it's a sign of weakness.
Come on. Say that again, man. For your
Yeah.
audience. I need them to hear that one more time.
Yeah. You know, in our culture, you know, mental health is a prevalent topic that needs to be addressed, and
Yes.
it needs the full-on energy of a topic that needs to be taken seriously, not something that we just push off to the side.
Yes.
The cheesemo factor that we're putting in front of it is stopping us from healing. It's stopping us from getting the help that we need because we're too stubborn to go out and ask for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. Hey, Chatty-O, you the man, bro. You are the man. You need to be a counselor. We need more counselors. We need more counselors of color because it's just like it's a shortage. It's a shortage of frontline workers. I consider myself a frontline worker, man, dealing with people with substance abuse and mental health challenges. OMG, man. It's a man, I can't even find a good word for it right now. But I'm a glass half full type of person, man. God put me here for a reason, right? And I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do this work. I'm gonna do this work with a smile, my brother. I love the work that I do. I really do.
bro.
I really do.
It comes off that way too, bro.
Yeah, I love it. I
off the face.
appreciate it, man. I'm straight from my office to this office. You know what I'm saying? I just left counseling all day. I just did 12 hours. I do groups, I do personals, I do it all when it comes to the recovery space, right? And then when I heard about this opportunity, man, I rushed to my studio. I got a home studio too. So I just rushed up here. It was like, man, I can't miss this opportunity to talk to your people. You know what I mean?
Love that, bro. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
I do have a situation that I never brought on the show, bro. So shout out to, first of all, RP to my uncle Cool, man. So he dealt with alcoholism, man, his entire life. He's the type of brother that would wake up to an OE or still reserve and go to sleep to an OE and reserve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Love that brother. But the funniest dude you meet in your life, bro. Cook his ass. And that was my uncle, man. Like same birthday, same everything. I still miss him on birthdays. Yo, uncle, what we doing, nephew? I mean, yeah, what we doing and all that. But one thing that he said to me, man, that always struck to me when we was trying to get him off alcohol is like, yo, bro, I'm gonna die the way I live, man. He said, this is what I like to do. This is what I enjoy to do. And if this is what takes me out, that's what it is. And that was really deep and powerful at that moment, man. But now that he's not here, I think about that moment often. And things that I could have done differently. So for anybody that's in a situation similar to what I was with my uncle, what advice would you give to somebody saying like that and with that type of mindset?
Man, great question. Great question, man.
Let me say something real quick. Yo, I didn't even know that story, EA. So I'm just and that's my family. And I've never heard that story. So, like he's sharing with you right now. That's the real, because I didn't even know that story.
Yeah, man,
right. And and man, I appreciate that. And that's what this is all about. It's about learning, it's about growing, right? And that's what this is all about. So the number one thing I tell people, and I would have told your uncle the same thing, man. Willingness. It all starts with willingness. So if a person already knows what they want, who are we to discourage them for what they want? Like Unc said he knew exactly what he wanted to do. So shout out to Unc, resting in peace right now. He's the kind of man I like, because a lot of these people, when they come see me, they don't know what they want to do. And then when I'm giving them the game and the tools, they fighting it. Versus how your uncle was when you gave him some game. He was like, hey, yo, this is me. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do with life. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that kind of attitude. So I tell everybody, man, it all starts with willingness, man. That's the number one ingredient to recovery. It starts with the person's willingness. So if you got somebody that ain't willing, you already know what to do, right?
Yeah.
Leave that person where they is, you know what I'm saying? And prayer. Prayer is a motherfucker. Excuse my French. I know you don't say prayer and motherfucker together, but yo,
You can say it on more than a title. You can do that.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people. I would use those. I would use those together because when I talk to God like I'm talking to you. Okay.
Absolutely.
I use very limited cuss words because I'm always looking for my happy place. But there is occasional times when I'm like, man, what the fuck? What the? So yes, so that's what it all starts with me, man. It starts with willingness and then prayer, bro. If they not willing, then what I'd encourage you to do is pray for them, bro. Because prayer, I do believe in the power of prayer. So if they don't want it, pray for them that they get it one day, that they want it one day. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know, I want to word this properly, but I think a lot of times, like, I don't like to beat around the bush because I just think the best way to talk about shit is just to talk about it.
Come on, man. Hey, you talking to that person too. I like to just talk straight at it.
You know, when life is so funny because as a child, now we're talking like his uncle, and I told you about, like, you know, my uncles and my family, right? As a child, you look at an uncle as not a father figure, but almost like a father figure. He's like a secondary male role model, right?
Absolutely.
Your life, right? And you look at them in a certain light, and the things that they do, you don't realize technically are like wrong, right? It's just their behavior, their day to day. You could very easily subconsciously pick up on drinking, pick up on smoking, and pick up on a lot of bad habits just by watching somebody that you admire do it on a regular basis and not realize that these traits that you're picking up on are detrimental to your growth.
Yes.
Yeah, but on the flip side too, bro, just to add what you're saying, it also got to have a positive effect because you could see somebody like certain times I would see my uncle and be like, damn, I'm not going out like that. I'm not going to act like that. I will not drink myself like that. You know what I'm saying? So it does have a positive effect like that, but it's also like, damn, man, I'm glad you said that.
But I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. And I was with that too. And I believe there are moments in everybody's life where you reach a fucking breaking point.
Come on, man.
And you need, remember, and we, you know, since we're talking alcohol is a depressant. It brings you down. It you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Not a stimulant like cocaine, and it's not an upper, it's a downer.
Righteous.
Help you escape from. So you know, a lot of people reach this a breaking point where they just got so much going on, man, that I don't think you intend to try to get to that point, but you kind of start on the path because you're hurting so much.
Yes.
And you just don't realize that you've gotten there.
You know, that's part of it. That's part of it. But I think, you know, even me, when I was heavy into my addictions, like far as like using drugs and shit, just keeping it 100, man, I like to do it. It wasn't, I didn't really have no trauma or nothing like that. It was more of a peer pressure thing. My friends were smoking a bunch of weed and doing the most. So I wanted to do what the Romans was doing. That's all. You know, it was very little to do with, oh, I'm trying to bury this pain or I'm hurting. I think a lot of us, you know, the people of color community, you know, the low numbers, the people that live with the low numbers, man, we did that shit because we thought it was fun. You know what I'm saying? We think a lot of it, this shit is fun, and then it turns into, oh, okay, I'm coping. I'm using it because I don't want to feel the pain. But that, I mean, not to be disrespectful, but that's white people shit. I don't want to feel the pain. That's white people shit all day, every day. Okay. Message. I ain't listening to. I wish a black motherfucker come to me and tell me, "Oh, I just don't want to feel the pain." I'd be like, "Man, cut that shit out. Let's figure out."
But no, you see, you can't do that, EA, because now, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, when you say cut that shit out, now you're leading back into what we talked about. Like now, if I'm telling you that I'm hurting, I'm telling you I need help, and you like cut that shit out, then the next time you ask for help, you think I'm gonna do it. I'm not going to say shit because I know you're not going to take me seriously. You're going to be like, man up. That's exactly what we're talking about with asking for help.
Yes.
In the beginning.
That was a prime.
It is a double-edged sword.
Absolutely. That was a prime example. And I'm going to check myself because ultimately, like, we are having a conversation, but there could be somebody listening right now that actually need help. And that was an opportunity to show how it's not how we don't do it, right? That's not how we do it. Somebody come to you and they really need help, man. The last thing you're gonna tell them is to get over it or they're there, that kind of shit. No, you meet people where they at. I specialize in meeting people where they at.
I'm gonna share a story. Also, I never shared on live. And and I'm gonna share it because we're talking about something like this, right? When I was in high school, it was a young lady that was dating a guy, one of the sweetest girls you could ever meet. I mean, just a beautiful soul. You know what I'm talking about? Don't
Mhm.
bother nobody,
Mhm.
never in trouble, nothing.
Right.
And relationship shit, it wasn't working out the way she wanted. But she was so emotionally vested
Mm.
that she was like, yo, this is all or nothing. Like, you leave me, I won't even be here in life. You
Come
understand?
on. Yeah.
She reached out for help when she came to school a couple times, like, yo, this ain't working out, and I don't care. And people, stop playing around. Like, that's your first, right? You see, that's your first serious boyfriend. La la la. You'll get over it. You understand?
Mhm.
You know how they say, I think he took her virginity, right? So, women, when a male takes their virginity, they kind of latch on. Their first is super special to them, right?
Absolutely.
Long story short, she didn't get the help she needed, man. And I want to say like 16, man, 16, maybe not even 17, man, went home and took a bunch of pills, man, and did that, man. Yeah, man. And I'm not gonna lie, man, like that hurt, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we knew her, like we knew her, and
Mm.
to go, with the family, her mother, obviously, and unfortunately, when you do things like this, the pain for you is gone, but the pain that you leave behind for your
Yeah.
family is immeasurable. So
Man.
that's what I'm saying, right? So when people ask for help, a lot of times as a society, we don't take them seriously
Mhm.
because of our pride, our machismo, right?
Mhm.
But people sometimes they're not mentally as strong. They don't have the same fortitude. They're not strong as,
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
I think some of it's pride, and I think some of it is just the appearance, right? Because like we can look at a person like y'all two handsome brothers. I couldn't, if you came to me like, bro, I really need to talk and da 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 da. As a counselor, and after having this moment with you, of course, I would never say, man, get over it, whatever, because I know how important that is. But previously, just the look of you, bro, man, y'all put together well, man. You can't be having no problems. That's what people think. You can't be having problems.
Yeah.
Look at you.
You,
You're not what a problem look like.
yeah.
Right?
Jared, you're on mute.
No, I said that was real. No, that was super real.
Yeah, you definitely don't. So that's that's part of it, and I'm glad I'm here today because I actually learned something. I'm a lifetime learner. I wish I knew everything, so then I wouldn't have to learn no more, right? But I did learn something today. That was a situation where moving forward, because I'm one of those kind of guys, right? I don't use yesterday's scores in today's game, right? I definitely got the message. Somebody come to me, even in the conversation, and they telling me about them hurting. Man, I'm taking that seriously moving forward, bro. I'm not even gonna add no jokes and no games to that because that could be some real serious detrimental shit. You know what I mean?
Message. So I ain't using yesterday's scores for today's game.
Nah, sir. No, sir.
And and this is important because think about what we're talking about right now. Remind you these lessons that we're learning, right?
Yes.
My grandmother, Jared's grandmother, the real grandmas, not these new grandmas. You know what I'm saying?
Sunday dinner grandma.
Yeah, the big mama.
Big mama. Big mama.
We know you talking about the those generations of grandmothers, right?
Right.
One of the key things, we did a walkthrough in our neighborhoods, right? And we were showing the hardships, but what we didn't show was the lessons that we learned inside the apartments, right? Because we just didn't have enough time. But one of the main lessons that our families taught us was never, ever let the outside world see what you are actually going through.
Right.
You have to put on your battle face. So even when we go upstairs, we might not eat tonight, or you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And
that's real.
Out that door, that armor got to come on, because once again, in the neighborhoods that we live in, that weakness that you show because you might be going through something, that shit will be used against you. So
of course,
look at the position that we are being put in. Look at the position that we are being put in. How do you like, you know what I'm saying, Jared? Like, you see,
I mean, how do you address it? So look, guys,
it's such a contradiction. Like, how do we find balance in this? How?
We don't. We actually acknowledge it. I think the best thing we could do right now is acknowledge it, right? and then take it from there. Like people really want a quick fix. They want everything fixed. Like we live in a world where people just want results right now.
Yeah.
Boom,
Instant
right?
gratification. Yeah.
But I'm telling you guys, this is a generational problem. It's going to take a generational solution, right? So by the time you have, I don't know if you guys got kids or whatnot, but your kids, grandkids, the work that you're doing right now, your kids, grandkids will reap the harvest of your labor. So with that being said, just keep working. Like that's the thing I tell people all the time, man. If you're one of those kind of people that love doing this work, just keep working. Don't worry about who's clapping. Don't worry about who's booing. Just keep doing the work. Because I'm telling you, it's a generational thing. It's going to take a generational solution for people to really catch on. For it to make
And that's so real. And one thing that we talked about too, matter of fact, I would even, before we get into that, bro, because you said you was on, you said you was on weed, things like that, the peer pressure. So how did you train your mind to get off it? How did you insert that discipline in your life to say, I'm off that? Because a lot of people just like don't have that option.
Well, they
have the option, but they just choose not to.
I'm a non-traditional counselor, right? I'm one of those counselors that I talk heavy about recovery, but I always talk about responsibility first, right?
Yeah.
Because to me, the combat for addiction is responsibility. If people are being more responsible, you're less likely to abuse things. I still smoke marijuana to this day, right?
Yeah.
But I do it respectfully, and I do it with, I do it responsibly. Yeah, I'm not smoking and driving. I'm not smoking at work. I'm not doing none of that, right? But when I'm home, when I'm chilling, I got a medical marijuana card, and I take part in it from that standpoint. So I don't tell people what not to do. I encourage people to be more responsible. Go to work, exercise, take care of your family. And if you got time after you being responsible, really to do something crazy, I ain't gonna be the one to tell you not to do it.
Message.
But I ain't gonna be the one to encourage you to be out here doing no meth or no fentanyl or none of that crap either. But really, the ultimate combat for addiction is responsibility. And if you teach people how to be better, responsible people, that's the combat for addiction to me.
Yeah, but it also too, like it's hard to be responsible when some people don't have responsibilities.
That's true.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like you go back to, I was gonna use my uncle as an example, but there's a lot of people that, like you said, that are grown children, bro, don't have responsibilities. They got the government check, they got they got the crib and all that, and all they do is wake up to feed that addiction.
Damn,
that's all they got.
And those people, I can't make I don't have a full-blown strategy for those people, because those people are different people, right? A lot of us, we got to wake up and go get it. We got to fight for what we believe in every single day. It's a never-ending story. Got to get up, go to work, take care of families. Most of us got to do that, right?
Absolutely.
So,
not even a question.
And when you make that your first priority, that's how you alleviate addiction. Of course, you're gonna do a little alcohol. Alcohol is legal.
Yeah.
Marijuana is legal in some states.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So who are we to tell people what they can and cannot do? I ain't got no heaven or hell to put none of y'all in. So that's not, I never start there. I'm meeting people where they at. Where you at? Okay, well, where you want to go? Okay, then let's put a plan together to get you where you want to go. Right? That's where that responsibility piece comes in at.
That's so. But do you, when you guys are counseling and helping people who have the addiction problem, one thing we talk about when it comes to success and changing your mindset is finding your purpose and your passion.
Yes.
So those conversations come up. Absolutely. When somebody who's like 30 years old, but what do you like to do? If we take the drink aside, what would you do? What would make you happy?
So my job as a counselor is to be a tour guide. I tell people all the time, I just put the mirror up to your face. It is not my job to tell you what you need to be doing. It's my job to encourage you to do what you want to do. Okay. So if you want to do a bunch of drugs, I'm not going to encourage you to do that. I'm gonna encourage you to get your shit together, your mind right, right? So usually it comes in a form of after an assessment. During the assessment process is where I really learn a person. I get to hear everything they're going through, what's going on, how they was born, how was raised, what kind of food they like to eat, all that shit. So we take that and we use that to build a plan of attack on how to get people back more responsible. Because I think that's the secret sauce to a lot of this shit. People are just not being responsible anymore. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Think about responsibility, bro. If you wake up exercising, praying, doing everything that you need to do to be responsible first before you focus on something else, a woman, some drug, whatever. Think about how much your life will be a lot better.
Message.
You'll probably pass up a lot of that shit that you don't want to do, that people peer pressure you to do. You probably pass it up because you be focused on being more responsible. So that's what I go with. because I know with each person it's individualized. What that looks like to you is different than what it looks like to him. So,
Absolutely.
so that's my job is never ending. You know what I mean? I have a never ending job security for sure.
That's real.
Somebody on Jay on Instagram is like, yo, ignorance is bliss. Yo, Jay,
Yes.
ignorance is total fucking bliss, and you can live within that shit like a fairy tale.
I like that.
You know,
Ignorance is bliss.
Man, it is, man, because let me tell you, EA, man, like I said, like we meet a lot of people. Like, be clear, we met a lot of people at the par joint. But like I said, me and my cousin been talking about bringing you on because we was like, this message has to get out.
Yes.
You understand? This is not no fluff. No, you know, when we talk about, again, right, impact over metrics.
Yes.
We're sure that a lot of people tune into the other shows for the big names and things of that nature, but we still gonna put out this content also because guess what? Somebody needs to hear what you got to say.
Absolutely.
Even if you change just one person's life, if you could,
man.
You could take one person and walk them off the ledge, then
my work is done.
So it's absolutely, man.
That's what I woke up to do this morning. That's what I tell myself every day. I got a regiment. I always, even in the group, when I'm working with people, 3 things I tell them: this is our focus for the group, for the conversation. I need to know a word to describe how you feel, because feeling words are so important. Not good or bad. I don't want to hear good and bad. That's just words we use to shut people up. Oh, I feel good. I feel bad. No, how do you really feel? Let's really talk about that, right? Second, goal setting. OMG, you got to set a goal to fuck with me. to be on my regiment team, you got to have goals. Okay, so I'm asking my patients, hey, what's the goal you're working on? Goals need to be smart, specific, measurable, obtainable, realistic, and timely. You think of a goal, it has to have that component. It has to be a smart goal, right? None of us is going to be president in the next election, so I don't want to ever hear a goal of that. Okay, and then last but not least, gratitude. What are you thankful for, my brother? Wake up. The same thing. So that those 3 things, when you talk to me in a counseling session, that's how our counseling session starts. I need to know a word, describe how you feel, a goal that you're working on, and one thing that you're thankful for. Through that, I can build a nice conversation. Because sometimes, you know, I feel like shit, or my goal, whatever that conversation starts right there. That's the driving of the conversation. Because I can get a lot from those 3 components. I can tell a lot. Like, even asking you, like, how you feel today? If I ask you those 3 questions and you answer them, man, that's enough to start a conversation for the rest of the time that we gonna be here.
That's real.
Don't ask me. You can hear my voice. You go.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we both, yo.
Counseling is simple, man. It's very simple, man, and I'm very honored and privileged at the same time to be in this position. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all for even letting me be here on this platform and talking to other people about counseling and therapy. Yeah.
I'm curious. I was gonna say too, bro. I'm pretty sure you encountered a lot of people. Do you have? You don't have to say names or anything. Do you have a success story that stands out that can inspire people that may be going through that right now? And what did they do to get over their situation?
Well, I'm a success story. I've been to prison. You know what I'm saying? I've been to prison. I fought the feds, man. Have you ever woke up and had your name versus the United States of America?
Hell to the no, it's a losing battle. It's a hard battle.
Hey, I mean, it's one thing to have, you know, Eric Allen versus the state of Oregon. Okay, that's that. I can laugh at that. But when you wake up and they saying Eric Allen versus United States of America, my guy, that's a whole different battle.
Shit. You both at the same time.
At that time, Obama was the president, so I was fighting against Obama. You know what I'm saying? I had some drug charges, man. I had some things that was going on in my life that I had to make good on, right? I had to change my ways. I had to do some recovery work on myself. So the work that I'm talking about that I did it on myself before I even brought it to you. You know?
That's key.
It works. And it works if you work it, bro. I promise you, the shit that I use, it works. If you work it. And it won't if you don't. It's that simple.
That's real.
Yeah. But you want to smile more? You want to have a healthier mindset? Trust me, tap in, tap in, man. I got some secret tips. I got some tools that don't cost nothing.
Okay? Put a link or anything you got in the joint so we put it on the screen for people.
Absolutely, man.
Yep, eric10k.com. That has that's my digital business card, my guy. That has everything. Yep. ERICK and then the number 10 and then K.com. It's a digital business card. It has all my platforms, my podcast, anywhere I'm at. That's where you can find me. Yeah.
ERIC?
ERICK.
Oh, CK. There we go. I was like,
DK and then the number 10 and then K. 10K.com.
I'm gonna throw something at you, Eric, and I want you to listen. I want you to listen to what I'm about to say, and you tell me what you think is gonna come of it, right?
Okay.
Remember, you were talking about in your generation, you did things to fit in, right?
Yep.
Right now, what's one of the number one things that people do to fit in? They party. They party.
Yes.
Right? New York. We in New York.
Woo.
There's
the best city in the world.
There's a fucking party every single day. After work Mondays, titty Tuesdays. It don't matter. You understand?
Shake your ass Wednesdays. Yep.
Oh, there's somebody grinding on some cheeks right now.
Right now.
As we speak.
Somebody got some cheeks on them.
That's therapy. That's therapy too, though.
Yeah. But wait, so listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. So yes, it is the camaraderie of being around other people. But what are you doing while you're around other people? Two main things you're doing: drinking heavily and smoking.
Yes.
Drinking heavily and smoking. Now, what you start out as, oh, I'm just going to a party, or I'm just going to a party, I'm just going to a party. But every time you're in the party, you popping bottles. Every time you're in the party, you got a cup, you taking shots. Yo, shot o'clock, right? It's always 5 o'clock. So I know right now, 5 o'clock somewhere, somebody taking shots. And then when do you wake up and realize that you didn't even go out today, tomorrow, the next day, but you still taking those shots? Still got a cup in your hand. When you understand, it's almost like we're programming ourselves to be locked in and to develop these bad habits because this is the lifestyle that people are living right now. I go to work. I had a bad day. What's the first thing I want to do? I want to unwind. Let me hit a club. Let me hit a good brunch, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you dance, you talk, but you're doing a lot of fucking drinking. The smoking is a lot, but it's really the fucking drinking, man.
Yes.
Yep.
The drinking, hey, I've seen people die from the drinking. I have yet to see a case where somebody died from smoking marijuana.
Right.
So
that's a fact.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen cirrhosis of the liver. Man, I lost a family member to cirrhosis of the liver. So I understand firsthand what alcohol could do to you, but it's legal.
That's it.
Well,
who am I?
Now it is.
Yeah, right. I mean, since we've been in here, since we've been alive,
now
I'm in my 40s. I'm in the 40 club.
It wasn't always so. Remember prohibition? It wasn't always so.
Well, I mean, that was a long time ago. My mama wasn't even born when it wasn't.
But I'm just saying. But again, it just goes to show you society's way of acceptance.
Yes.
Get past that, right?
Yes.
Now we all know that alcohol, the way we consume it, is it wasn't designed that way. We have this conversation all the time.
Yeah.
All y'all Hennessy drinkers out there.
Yes.
You know what? My man Jimmy Early jumped on the live. He a Henny drinker. That's all they fucking drink. Henny.
Yes. Hey,
but,
I like him.
But that cognac wasn't designed for you to drink it like that.
Absolutely.
It was not designed.
I mean, with a cigar.
10 ounce fucking red cup. It was designed, like Jared said, a cognac glass. You understand? A little shot or two, swirl it around with a cigar. You sip on it and you mellow. We have taken what it was designed for and we're taking it in excess. That's
humans. That's us humans. That's human nature. That's what we do.
And now, what we don't realize either with all this drinking is the health of this health side effects that come with it. Like, so we talk about these browns, all that sugar.
Yes.
That's in them fucking Hennessy's and all these.
Alcohol ain't nothing but poison, my brother. Right? There is no reason. That's why I don't drink alcohol. Just because, I mean, I'll do an occasional if I'm out in the club socializing, rubbing shoulders with some, top level people. I might have a shot or two, but ultimately, alcohol ain't nothing but poison, bro. That's all it is. And the effects of the poison is what gets you. Hey, I'm having fun. Y'all having fun. So there's no nutritional value to it at all.
No, but see, this is what I'm saying, though, right? It cannot be a perfect world. Yeah, we're not trying to live in a perfect world.
I know.
There has to be a little guilty pleasure for the shit that people are going through. If you do not allow them a release, some type of release, pressure plus pipes, any substance has a breaking point. Steel, metal, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
Put enough stress on it, it will crack, it will break.
Absolutely.
So yes, you know, again, I drink, be clear, like because
Ain't
I
nothing wrong with drinking. It's
no,
nothing
no,
wong with abusing it.
Yeah,
I'm
if
like,
people on live, they might have seen us on a couch or two.
I'm like Jared's uncle. I'm like Jared's uncle at this point, right? A lot of things, like I didn't smoke hookah till like 2 years ago, Jared, or some shit.
Yeah,
Maybe.
probably 3 at max.
Okay, let's call
Some
it
shit
3.
like that.
I don't smoke anything, I don't smoke cigarettes, I don't smoke weed, nothing. So it took me all the way to, let's call it 41.
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying?
Congratulations to you, bro. Shout out to you. That's big.
I appreciate that, but I'm sitting back saying the same thing his uncle said, like, why the fuck am I? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm healthy, I'm overall healthy. Why am I being so stringent on myself and putting all these restrictions on myself with drinking and maybe smoking, right? And those are the things that we know about that's going to kill us. When they killing us with the shit that we don't know about, all the fucking toxins in the food, all the shit they pump in the air, these fucking vaccines and shit. So now I'm being real. I'm at the point where I'm like his fucking uncle. I'm the hookah poppy, aka the hookah thot. You know what I'm saying? Like
not the hookah thot.
The hookah thotty, baby. They call me Chad Minikin. You understand what I'm saying? I got the hookah sitting right next to me right now. You lucky I'm sick, or you might see the nimbus clouds go up.
The cloud of smoke, the puff of smoke, and yes, and you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, it's to each his own.
People get to that level because they like, yo, man, I got to deal with so much. You got to give me something, and I agree with that. You have to give.
Real quick. For those people though that do need something, you know what you need. How the fuck you gonna drink without your more than a title cup? If you are gonna indulge, you need to get a little bit of that. 1 ice cube and you're more than a title cup. Hey, what other cup gonna keep your shit cold for 2 hours during a live stream? I don't know which one. We're gonna give y'all 5 seconds. One. Matter of fact, we'll leave it up a little longer. But this is rev. You're gonna drink properly, drink correctly, and drink in style.
and drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly.
Man, I need a cup, bro. I need one of them for my I need one of them ASAP. ASAP-aroni.
But you understand what I'm saying? I think
I totally get it. I totally get what you're saying, man.
I'm with structure. I'm with organization. I think as a culture, I'm talking United States now.
Yes.
Americans, we are so far behind the curve of everybody else because we don't have the stringent structure of some of these other countries.
Right.
Work ethic, school ethic, dedication to craft. I am with you 200%. If we were way more structured, then yes, a lot of these things that get out of hand would never get out of hand because we would be so disciplined that we would be able to keep it under control, right?
Yes.
But you know, this is a problem that's fucking so big that this is not changing overnight. Yeah, this is not changing overnight.
Come on, man.
My thing is like, what are some of the immediate things that we can do, right? Like right now, like tomorrow, if you've seen somebody that could help at least start the process, somebody getting on the road to recovery.
Pray.
Okay.
Prayer is one of the things that doesn't allow you to infringe on somebody's privacy. It doesn't allow you to, hurt them. You're not hurting them. You're not putting your hands on them. You're not doing nothing. You're just praying for them that they get their minds right. I think it's so important nowadays. Like prayer is lost. People do not pray. And when they do pray, I mean, if you notice, people pray and then they still worried about what they prayed about. So for me, I'm super big on prayer, bro. And I know that we don't get it when we want it, but after we pray about it, it's on its way. I believe that it's on its way. So I'm that kind of guy. I'm that kind of guy, man. I preach all that prayer. One of the biggest things you can do for a person, man. When we can talk till we blue in the face. I'm not the one that's gonna join it and be like, yeah, man, yeah, kick that person while they down. Yeah. No, what I'm gonna say, man, why don't you pray for that person, bro? Why don't you pray for that person? You know what I mean? And then say it with a smile and it's the realest shit ever. You gotta remember, man. This is a generational problem. I'm gonna say it until I leave. It's a generational problem, bro. It's gonna require a generational solution. There is no get rich or no quick, no cookie cutter plan for it to be fixed tomorrow. And if you're that type of person, you're gonna have a hard life because you're gonna keep being disappointed when you don't get the results, when you don't see results. Take off my glasses so I can see what I'm saying, right? When you can't see the results, that's where the disappointment lives. So for me, I've already trained myself to know that my life is, if I can just say one person a day, put a smile on one person's face. That's my goal every day, is to put a smile on one person's face, bro. If I can do that every day, bro, I'm complete. I'm full.
Message.
Yes, that's the guy you listening to, man. Anytime you see me, my goal is to put a smile on y'all face, man. Period.
That's dope.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
That's the energy you definitely gave off at Podfest, bro. I ain't going. What he's
Absolutely,
saying is
man.
real spit, man.
I'm actually going back to Miami. I'll be in Miami on Thursday, man. I got booked from the Podfest to come and talk about recovery. So, man, that's
dope,
bro. That's my love. I love talking about recovery because people really got it fucked up. And people tell me drugs and alcohol. Yeah, that's a part of it. But recovery is up here. It's in this bald head of mine, right? So that's where recovery is.
Look, speaking of Podfest, I got on the mercy.
Hey, he got his shirt.
Got
Shout out to Podfest, man. Shout out to them, man. I met some great people out there, man. I love what it's doing. I'm officially on Podmatch and Podstars now. If you guys want to book me for podcasts, man. Podstars is the main. I love them a lot. They actually cut the check. They actually put an advance on it. So I like Podstars, but Podmatch,
Wait,
I love them too.
Bring it back. Let's go. Let's talk about this Podstars and this.
Don't speak past it. Give out the information if you're going to give it.
Man, I got a lot of information. If you're looking to monetize on your podcast, on your podcast platforms, man, I know the secret sauce. I've been monetizing since 16, before COVID. Yeah, I've been monetized to the point where I kind of retired from it because the money I was bringing in wasn't. It costs money to make money, guys. Don't ever get it twisted. If somebody tell you you're gonna do something and you're gonna make a whole bunch of money, but you ain't gotta pay no money, run.
Message.
It's not real life. Anything you do that's worth having, you're gonna have to spend. If not money, you're gonna have to spend time on doing it, right? Because time is the strongest currency on earth. People do not know that. They thinking that this dollar bill means something. That don't mean shit compared to time. Father Time is undefeated. Okay, he never lost. I never seen Father Time lose ever, right? So that's what I'm focused on. Focused on making sure I spend my time in places where it's of value.
Yeah.
See, I'm even smiling now. I love it.
I want to piggyback on what you said. I heard a phrase that goes exactly to what you're saying. So I was talking to my mentor yesterday. He talked to the CEO. He was on a panel with the CEO of Yum Brands, which is KFC and all that. And he was like, man, I want to be like you when I grow up. And the CEO of Yum Brands said, you will get there. All you need is time.
Yes.
He's 70 years old. Ooh. So that caught me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all you need is time. So the health, being wealth, bro, all that, the belief. It may not happen, it might not happen tomorrow, but if you ain't got the motherfucking time, man.
Time, bro. Time and consistency goes with that. Consistency goes with that recipe for a beautiful meal. You gotta have time, of course. Consistency and discipline. Those are the main ingredients. You got to be willing to do it. Even when, like I said earlier, if nobody's clapping, nobody's booing, nobody's hearting your shit, nobody's engaging with your shit, man, keep working. Everybody's watching it. Even those people, everybody just don't want to comment. You know what I mean? Like, people just don't want to comment. But if you really have a passionate message and you actually for the people, keep working. Your time is coming.
Message.
Yeah, and I see y'all only fuck with people that I know got the juice. Y'all got the juice, bro. I met y'all.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, y'all got the juice, man. Keep working, man. If you get discouraged, man, call me. I'll kick y'all both in the ass. Yeah.
Okay. He said kick. He said kick.
Kick that ass. I'm kicking the square in the ass. I've been never hear this show not on air.
It was the tone. I don't like the tone. The tone was kind of crazy.
It was kind of, it was a little. But you my boy. You my motherfucker.
you got a light one. You got like, but so talk about the two. So you talked about two different podcasts. What are those networks? What are those programs? So that's what Jared was asking.
Podmatch is where I think you upload in the system, and it's a database of different people who want to be in the circuit, and they match you with podcasts based on specific topics and things like that.
Yes.
So that's Chris. That's Chris from Podfest. Chris.
Yes. Chris is his name.
Yeah, Chris. I forgot his last name. My fault, brother. But Chris.
Met him. I don't know. I haven't met him personally yet because I got connected to him through somebody else. So they saw me what I was doing. It's like, man, you need to do this with this guy. And they pushed me to both platforms. And then the other platform, Pod Stars, which I'm giving them they shout out, man, they made me feel like royalty, bro. If I showed y'all the email they sent me, man, and what they was talking to me about, bro, I felt like I had been in the game all my life. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Is that the one that we was doing with
No, that's Ali.
No, that's Al. I'm on that platform too. And I gotta definitely get in theirs before I go, because that's part of my commitment to them. I'm a brand ambassador for that app. That's one of the best apps out right now, 2024. I guarantee you. If you're not on Al, OWWLL, it's in the App Store, guys. You can download it for free. If you're not on that, man, you behind. Okay, I'm just letting you know you behind, man. That is the new world order of just vetting people. It's for today's working entrepreneur. A lot of us all have jobs, okay, and then that's a side hustle, but it's bigger than a side hustle. It's not about getting money. It's about getting golden relationships. Just think about it like this: if somebody's willing to call you and pay you for your time just to talk to you, right? Those people are more apt to support you on the bigger scale.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. And I've been on the app for a year, and I promise you, man, if I showed y'all, that my yellow brick road to that app, that's why I was in Florida. That's how I met y'all. The app flew me there to be, to come meet y'all. So OWWLL guys, let's go. I need y'all both on there. If y'all not on there tonight, man, y'all slipping.
Yeah, because we with the sponsorships and we the merch and all that. But any other ways to generate some revenue, we're all for. I haven't heard of Pod Stars. All I know because of JP, me and JP. JP, if you see this, holla at us. You know what I'm saying? We might need a little. Come on, we could throw a little something. You got a lot of free impressions right here just now.
I mean, for real, we didn't definitely plug the few people for sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Again, like, when we talk about energy, JP's energy was crazy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I love that dude, man. I love that dude. He is a monster, bro.
Yeah, we had a good time in Florida with JP, and not only JP, man, with the entire Owl crew that you had there.
Yes.
The ladies that were there.
Yes.
Everybody was so welcoming. Everybody was giving out, so much information, and it, when you have that kind of energy, it's very easy to absorb.
Ooh.
It's very easy for you to be like, you know what? If I wasn't interested, maybe now let me give it a listen. Like,
I'm telling you,
you know what I'm saying? Let me take a look at it. Yeah.
Game changer, bro. You're gonna meet some beautiful people, man. Since I've been on the app, I've been to Texas twice, Atlanta 3 times, or I've been to Miami, Orlando, Boca Raton. I've been through that like 3 times. I've been to Las Vegas a few times, LA. I did a show in LA. So I use the app to just find other like-minded people. And I've been doing the app so good that when people call me, they already know what to call me for. My profile speaks for itself. And, to be an influencer, people always ask me, what does it mean to be an influencer? Yeah. Shit, I heard that word before. What does that mean? It's really simple. My definition of an influencer is, man, when I speak, people listen, man. That's period. That's just what it is.
Message.
That's it.
Hold on, wait, Jared. That was a perfect segue for you, Jared. I know we both down and out, but listen to what he said. Listen to what he said. He said, when I talk, people listen. So you know what I was expecting you to hit with after that, right?
If I think you're going where I'm going.
We got to pay some bills. We'll be right back.
You wasn't going there? I'll go back. I always lead back to the merch.
Remember,
get your money.
You talking about the listens. Once he's like, when I talk, people listen. I thought you was gonna hit him with the.
You gotta listen to him. You can learn something.
I forgot we had that loaded.
Hey, I like y'all show for it. I love the show for that, bro. Y'all always drop them little memes, the kind of things right in the middle of it. You be capturing what people be thinking. You know what I mean?
That's it, bro. That's love. Now, definitely, we're gonna have to talk offline. I definitely want to know more about the Owl app because I've got it downloaded. I haven't played with it like that. The Podstar stuff, I do like that because you're saying they match you up and they basically somebody want to hit you up at the time. Boom, boom.
They do all the work. They do all the work. And
once I spoke about that, Jared, not to cut you off, I could have sworn me and you had an in-depth conversation about that.
I haven't heard Podstars.
Podstars is smaller.
For like an hour or two, they book the time. Don't they book the time, Eric?
Yep, same like Podmatch, but I think it's smaller than Podmatch. I think Podmatch is a bigger platform. They got like over 10,000 or plus. When I signed up for the Podmatch, I saw what their numbers were. Podstars they don't give us those numbers. So it's a smaller platform, but I like smaller platforms, man. I like growing with people. I don't want to come into this commercial. I ain't into the commercial bullshit. I'm into actually organic building with people, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you something really quickly. Let me show y'all something really quickly. You see, Ain't no faking the funk on this fucking show, right?
None.
We got a show. Yeah, this is our show, but we not on this show acting like we know everything. This brother's coming on giving us valuable knowledge, right? Valuable knowledge. We like to give valuable knowledge to you guys. So whatever he's giving to us, you guys now have access to this source. But I'm gonna tell you, let's be clear what's gonna happen. When we get off this call, we going into the green room, and then we going to put this together. We going to set up a conference call, and we going to make sure we have a meeting with this dude to get all that knowledge so we could track it and see how we can make it happen. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, it's up to you to do the same thing, to reach out to this guy and say, hey man, I like what you're talking about. Can I get some more information? Please. You know what I mean? Like, don't let this shit go over your head. You know what I mean?
Man,
that's it. And because you know, people don't realize it's so hard to monetize, but there's also so many ways you can monetize easily. It just is talking to different people. You got merch, you got on ad ears. I mean, like on ad readings, you get a brand. We do with the pay. We got to pay some bills. We do with our merch. You could be doing that for a Coca-Cola. You could be selling your ad. So the clips that we put up every single day, you see our logo on it. We're gonna start replacing our logo and putting local Black businesses up.
Okay.
Bronx businesses up. Okay. Anything in New York City, right? We're gonna be charging that, so you can actually buy an episode. So there's so many different ways that we're trying to monetize the thing. We have monetized it, but
take the word try
so
out.
Many different streams. Yeah, it's so many different streams.
Yeah, take the word try out. I eliminate that word in my practice. I'm a doer. We doers, bro.
That's it.
So yeah. You gonna get there. I promise you. It just takes time and direction, right? Because they're gonna buy it. Because man, y'all got some great material. Y'all got great merch. There's no reason. What I would encourage you guys to do. Remember, man, success is a team sport, guys. Remember, so you got to put the right people in position to make sure you get what you need, right? 100% of one thing is worthless if you're not making no money off of it, right? So what I learned to do, I spread myself thin, man. I'm only making probably 20% of my efforts with what I do because I got the rest of it spread out to the team because I want people to eat when I eat too.
That's real.
Success is a team sport, and I found the people to do what they do. I'm not gonna ask my mom or my brother to do something that he doesn't qualify to do. Okay, so I went and hired a manager that manages. That's his job. All he does is manage. I got a distributor for my podcast. That's what the company do. They distribute. They track every time it's streaming. Every time somebody puts play, that's their job to track it and make sure I get my money. They take a percentage. Okay, that's the game. A lot of us as people of color, man, we don't. It's mine. It's mine. I don't want to give it none of that. I don't want it. Oh, it's mine. And Father Time will get your ass. I promise you, right? Yeah, I promise you. I've been in the music business.
Like that. You be like this when you could have been monetized.
Yes, man. I learned a valuable lesson when I was managing in the music business, bro. Like I promise you, man, it's a team sport. Man, people will take your money and do whatever the fuck they want with it, man. You got to make sure you managing your team. No, don't let somebody else manage it, man. Y'all got a great product right here. This podcast is a great product and a service. Find you a distributor that matches your vibe. Make sure that you have them track what you guys are doing, and maybe even possibly hire a manager, a content person that does that's all they do.
Yeah.
I learned that, man. I learned it the hard way. When I was doing it like y'all, man, I was getting so discouraged, bro. I was getting so discouraged because I was like, man, why ain't I finding the money train? Because I wasn't talking to enough people. I didn't have enough people sitting at my table with me. Once I put a lot of people at the table, man, the sky was the limit. Because now I got all these people that at the table with me, they talking for me too. Okay. And you ain't shit till somebody else is talking about you, I promise you. Good or bad. It don't matter. If you got to promote yourself, when I go on people's shows, they always, man, give us like 5 minutes of yourself. I never do that. I tell people instantly, hey, Google me. Okay. Because if you don't already know who I am, then A, I ain't working hard enough. It's my fault. But secondly, man, we live in a technology age, man. Google is a motherfucker. I've done a lot of work in this life. So if you really want to know who I am, Google me. Okay. That's the best way. That's the best way to get all the knowledge you need. I've done that much work. Right. So I don't got time to sit on this platform. Man, I did this. I got a book out. I got no. Just hit Google up. Put in Eric Allen, ERICK ALLEN. You got to put it specific, and see what it comes up. It might not come up with nothing. But it might come up with my criminal history. It might come up with everything. I don't know. Whatever it come up with, bro, I stand behind it 1,000%. It's made me who I am. It's got me to all the checks. It got me to all the relationships that I am with right now. So I'm not ashamed, bro. All that shit, public information. Let's go.
That's real.
Yeah.
I like to play devil's advocate. I think that you can find a balance in both. Yes, Googling something is very easy to do. It doesn't take a lot of effort, right?
Mhm.
But also when a person talks about what they've done, like if you notice, and you might not notice it because you're inside the box talking out, so you can't really
Right.
see yourself the way we see it. But you don't, the way you were talking about your accomplishments and what you've been through to become a successful counselor, because you talked about it and somebody can hear your inflections in your voice, hear the pain, see your face when you're talking about it, that actually resonates. I'm just telling you, with a person like me,
Yes.
with a person like me, that'll resonate with me 100,000 times
More.
way more than if I Googled you. If I Google you, then you're a person on a page, black and white, a fucking picture and some words.
Right.
When I met you and I heard you speak and I heard your story, then I connected with you. So again, not saying it can't be both.
No. I love it. No, I love it, bro. You actually just taught me something. You taught me something again. I love learning from y'all, man. I'm gonna have to come back here once a quarter or something, bro. Because it's like school for me.
No, I'm just
likewise, man.
I think I think it can just be a healthy balance of both, right? Because now, let's say, so you've been on a show an hour, they've got a chance to hear you, see what you're talking about. Now, if they Google you, it's not
makes a little more sense.
There it is. But now they're more emphatic about not only Googling you, but looking through the Google articles. You understand? Now the clickables go up instead of just, oh, let me Google them. Okay, I see a page.
Yeah, I learned. Hey, you know what? Moving forward, I think you just definitely just change my whole intro when I do shows and shit. I'm gonna actually speak a little bit more, my brother. I'll end it with Google me, right? I will never start like that again. I promise you. And I'm gonna say, oh, this is my boy Chatio. My boy Chatio checked me. He checked me and said he don't want to see no fucking Google. He want to hear my voice. Okay.
I mean, technically, so I mean, we got to be careful.
Yes.
We got to be careful that we don't remember, everything is almost like a double-edged sword. So we got to be careful because we got to work twice as hard. Our product got to be twice as good as somebody else's, right?
Absolutely.
If we're going to sit here and we want to put ourselves on these platforms, and like you said, they're flying you out to do what? To speak.
To speak.
They're not flying you out for somebody to fucking Google you.
I ducked, bro. You just hit me. You just swung at me. I ducked, though, bro.
I'm keeping it real.
I see you, my guy.
Real, right? Because as you get better with this speaking thing, then obviously the more money and the bigger crowds,
right?
They're coming to see you. They're coming to hear you. They're coming to get
not Google me. Yes. Slap me again.
So I'm just saying, you know, and this is what we should do for each other, right? You know, talk about things just so we can, because we're all in the same boat, right? And we all want to kind of have the same understanding of things, right? So if we want people to book us to speak and get the EA experience, the Jared Thomas experience, the Chatio experience, right? And we come out, we got to give them the experience. We can't go out there now that we done got the bag and been like, yo, I mean, is fucking pull out your smartphone, because then that's almost like a slap in the face. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Hey, I do now. I promise you. I'm listening. I'm sitting here with all four eyes, my nigga. You are absolutely cracking one thou wow right now. Like I'm like, wow. I'm wow right now, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like I said, we connected with you from the energy, bro. Like I'm keeping it 100. Like if you didn't talk to us with the book, and you know, not to say we wouldn't have had this conversation, but I'm just keeping it 100 with you.
No, we wouldn't have.
Yeah, I'll go all the way. This was our second year at Podfest. And if I'm wrong, Jared, correct me. If I'm wrong, correct me. You are only the second. No, I'm sorry. You are the third person on that we met on Podfest that actually came on the show. Now, here's context, though. Here's context. David Shands was one.
Mm-hmm.
Big people.
Angel Levis, who we're on her network, is 2, and you're number 3. So you understand what I'm now? You see how we act in the hallways. We could bring anybody on the show, and we not. So be clear, like you understand, we extended the
very clear.
invite for a reason, right? So
Yes.
so I'm just telling you, like we're living by example, right? We wanted you to come and we wanted you to give this message to our listeners. We want them to hear it. We want them to see you say it. We want them to see your book and talk about it. Because again, people learn differently, right? People learn differently, right?
There you go.
So some people are audio learners, some people are visual learners, right? So we got to find a good balance of everything so that we can just capture the most with the message. That's all I'm saying.
I'm done. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm done now. I ain't gonna never tell another motherfucker to Google me again. I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna bring it up. I'm like, I was on a podcast. I have my guy Chatio, my guy. If y'all don't know Chatio, man, Google him, okay? Google him. You can't Google me though, okay? Let me tell you about me, okay? But let me Google my brother though. Hey, bro, that was game 101, man. Iron sharpens iron, my brother, and I promise you, I'm taking that to heart, brother. 100. Like,
like I said, you giving us, you just gave us a couple jewels that could possibly, even if it's just one thing that could possibly help us take what we're doing to the next level. It's only right that we share information. If I sit here and only can listen to you, but I feel uncomfortable saying something to you and feeling like you're gonna receive it the way I received your information, then we sitting here blowing smoke. You know what I'm saying? With bullshit.
No,
that's not. I'm telling you right now, our platform, we're not doing that.
Right.
The same way we could dish it out. We want to hear it, right? No, look, we want to hear the information. We want to get better at what we do, and we don't know it all. So this is why we intensively, when you say things, we stop you. No. Elaborate on that. Don't just run through it. Teach us, right? So we're telling you, we're not just hearing you. We are listening to you. We're processing what you're saying.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. You know,
I would also add too, one thing about the gem about the pod match thing, right? Yeah. So the only downfall of the pod match, like the pod match is good for people who want to get in the circuit and do things like that. But the biggest thing that we try to focus on this show is try to get the people that are not within the circuit. If then somebody doesn't come on and says, how did they get them? Then we didn't do our job.
Right.
Now, if you can do that. Now, one thing, if you look at the Joe Rogan and Club Shay Shay, right? They both had Cat Williams on, right? Shay Shay's interview was much better and did much better numbers than Joe Rogan, but Joe Rogan's numbers are through the roof, right? So any podcaster that's listening right now, doesn't matter how many times somebody's being interviewed, it's about the energy, the questions, and they cannot duplicate what you do on your show, bro.
What was Joe Rogan's number?
He only did like 10 million.
Okay, hold on.
I can't say only 10 million. Shout out to Joe.
I can't say only. His platform gets those numbers automatically.
I just automatic. The reason I'm asking is because I didn't know he went on Joe Rogan until somebody brought it up to me yesterday, right?
Yeah, I found out 2 days ago. Yeah.
Right. So I actually have not taken the time. I have not taken the time to listen to it yet, but I wanted to take the time to actually.
I mean, it's dead. It's a dead point. He killed it on Shay Shay. I mean, ain't nothing else
you
left
can't
to say.
duplicate it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it no more. I've already put it to rest.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, did he share extra information on Joe Rogan?
He didn't go into details of like the Shay Shay talk. It was more so like they were smoking an L, they was chilling, talking about Illuminati, this, that, the industry, all the workings and stuff like shit like that. So it was a different vibe than what Shay Shay had, but the energy and the shit that it was a moment in time that you cannot recreate. If Cat wanted to go to any podcast and recreate what he just did, it would be damn near impossible.
Impossible. That was on the fly. That was all on the fly.
Hold on, slow down. Cat, if you want to come to More Than the Title, I don't know what Jared's talking about, but if you want to create a motherfucking moment, I guarantee you we could create some shit you ain't never did no motherfucking Club Shay Shay on More Than the Title. I'm letting you know, open invitation to Cat Williams, man.
Well, no, we'll create a moment with that. Yeah, only if I can smoke L one. I'm talking that one I'm smoking. I'm keeping it real. I'm smoking with Cat.
You got to come through with the Dipset chain on though. You know, we New York guys. I know you rock with Cam. You got to come with the Dipset chain.
Come through as Money Mike.
That's a fact.
Hey, I'm Money Mike.
Yeah.
Sidebar, I fuck with Cat. Cat's a good dude, man. He comes to Oregon all the time, man. He fucks with the Oregonians, man. He's a real dude. I don't think he can duplicate what he did on Shay Shay though. I think it was just a moment. It was just a moment in time, man. It was like unexpected. I don't even think Shay can ever do it again. He can't bring nobody on. He had Monique on there after that. He got the #1 podcast on Apple right now. But I don't think I don't know.
But that's what was the point I was talking about. The pod match. It was the unexpected factor. that you didn't think Cat would do that. Come on the show. He doesn't do many appearances. He comes on the show. The trailers they had, just the little snippets, drew so much traffic to that YouTube and to that damn interview. There's still people who didn't even see the whole interview, but saw the interview because of the clip.
Right. I didn't even see the interview. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't watch anything that don't put a smile on my face. I learned not to watch it. Like I can hear traces of it. I heard all the smoke that came with it, but I'm one of those kind of people, man. I lead by example. I only like to visit things that produces positive energy or prosperity. If that's on the if we talking about something that's gonna be prosperity related, I'll watch from start to finish, my guy. But just me knowing that it was what it was about, it was tearing others down, tearing people to look like me down.
For research purposes.
What you mean? What you say for?
Listen. The truth must be said. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. And hold on. If you go through something in life, now I can speak on this because I know you can relate to this, right? And Jared can relate to this too, because you understand? Mm-hmm. See, I can sit here and talk about the hood and the drug addiction and I could give you exact stories. And I don't give a fuck if you want to admit it to yourself or not. And I'm talking about my own family. And I'm like, nigga, that's what happened.
Right.
That's not tearing somebody down. That's acknowledging what happened. Regardless of what your station is now or whatever the case may be. And same thing with Monique. Like she said, is it the message or is it the messenger? Is it the message or is it the messenger?
Message.
That's deep.
First of all, I have not heard a person come out and say Cat Williams was lying. Not one. Right? Ice Cube corrected him on a little bitty piece of the mic in the script, but nobody came out and said he was lying. Then you can't say whose truth is it. Then it's everybody's truth. Because if the people that he was talking about didn't say he was lying, and the people that knew what he was talking about said he's telling the truth, then it's everybody's truth. It's just who wants to admit it and who wants to come face to face with the consequences of saying I was that person, I fucked up, or whatever the case may be.
I mean, really, at the end of the night, I didn't watch the interview, so I can't really quote it.
So now,
I can't quote it, but
from what I heard, the interview, and I'm gonna give you a perfect example, and I'm gonna address it right now. Perfect example. What you did was listen to snippets, but you know the problem with snippets. It's chopped and screwed in its bits and pieces, so you only hearing what you think you hear. It's called the sound bite.
Right.
We put out a video. We brought Mike Barron to the hood. We're talking about the South Bronx being the birth of hip hop. The South Bronx, right? Everybody knows where the South Bronx is.
Right.
But the Bronx, New York is hip hop, right? So we start naming a couple of prevalent people that come out of the Bronx in general. Fat Joe, Big Pun, Remy Ma. We start talking about how they got their start. Because it was sound bitten and it was chopped up to make a reel, the way it sounds like, or it doesn't really sound like that, but because we're in my neighborhood of Forest Projects and I'm talking about it, a lot of people's like, oh, but Big Pun is not from Forest. I never said Big Pun was from Forest. See? Oh, Remy from Castle Hill. I never said, or Salvia. I never said she wasn't.
That's the biggest comment we began. I'd be like, yo, I done correct at least 30 comments. Like, yo, bro, if you just listen.
But see, that's why I'm bringing it up, because they didn't listen. What they heard was a sound bite that was cut and put together to make a quick clip, right? So what they're reacting to, because they don't want to take the time to actually listen to the whole thing, you understand? They just want to throw their input in because that's
the way the world goes.
Thank you. So now, Eric, that's what I'm saying to you, right? If you didn't listen to it, I would say listen to it first. Before you make the judgment on just the sound clips, and just listen to what he's saying.
Totally.
You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, look, we're not perfect, right? But we're never, ever going to elevate to a different level if we do not hold each other accountable. If we keep with this yes man shit, if we keep with this I don't want to lose my job shit, if we keep with this adult groupie shit, then you're gonna have people like R. Kelly do what he did for 25 fucking years, Epstein and all of these people that are doing things that we know without a shadow of a fucking doubt,
Come on, man.
it's the wrong fucking thing to do. But because you're too scared to say something, because people might do what they're doing on comments. Who gives a fuck about a comment? We know, everybody knows with it, right? But this is what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm saying to you. Like when I said like listen to what he said. You understand?
So my thing would be this. My thing would be this, and I don't want to definitely go all the way down that road because it's definitely not us. But whatever he had to say, right, had very little to do with me. Okay,
I can do that.
And it had very little to do with my journey, my prosperity journey, all that shit. So for me to look at it, all I'm gonna do is formulate a negative opinion about somebody.
I got you.
Okay, so it ain't worth it. It's just not worth my energy. So what I have done though, I have listened to the like you said, the clips, the sound clips, and other people's what they saying happened, and I've chimed in based on that, right? And that's it. That's as far as I'm going. Ultimately, when I look at it as an overall thing, it's not my journey, bro. It's like whatever happened to Cat, man, I pray for him. I love that. I love that line. It gives me opportunity to really just be very authentic and genuine, right? I can't say that, man. Whatever he went through.
The only thing I'm saying to you, be open-minded that Cat Williams is in the entertainment business. Hear me out. He's in the entertainment business. You having a podcast, you're in the entertainment business. You're in the business of entertaining people.
Absolutely.
Music, movies, etc., podcast, radio, it all falls under entertainment, right?
Yeah, a lot of the stuff he was saying was more personable. It had very little to do.
No. It wasn't. It was very direct things. Like, perfect example, right? You're doing a recovery, right? Perfect example. I can tune into your Instagram every morning and hear you say good morning.
Right.
Welcome to We're at cohort, whatever, right? We've been at this a long time. We're at number 12 now. We've been at this 4 years. See, I can recite that because I've listened to it.
Right.
But now, now that I've listened to it,
right.
If I take that and directly copy that, I don't do recovery. I don't do anything like that. But if I did want to do something like that and then I use that directly, you understand? Now, I've never used it before. And it's clearly I've used it after meeting you and after hearing yours. And then if you like, yo, wait, no, I'm not saying it's not okay. But then if you go, hey man, yo, I noticed you used that. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, man, you picked up on it good. And I'm like, pick up on it what? Like, what are you talking about? And you're like, yeah, man, that's right off of what I do. I know you be tuned in. I know you be liking it. It's right off of it. I'm like, nah, I didn't get that from you. You understand what I'm saying? And then you would scratch your head like, I'm just saying.
Right. But even with that, I'm walking hand in hand with you with that same message, right? Man, I'm a glass half full type of person. For me, if that was to happen to me, man, I'm feeling so honored and thankful because ultimately I'm still getting what I needed out of it. You as a person that's supposed to be a celebrity or a star or whatever, you taking what I did and running with it, man, I'm thankful. I don't need acknowledgement from the world. Like, I saw it, that you did it, we know that you did it, bro. I'm good. I don't need to go. I don't have to get on TV and start shaming you and be like, oh man, hey, yeah, man, such took my shit, man. He took my shit, man. He ran with it.
It's business, Eric. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Again, totally. If you listen to it, and we don't got to go no more, but if you listen to it, and if you listen to what Monique was saying, it's almost the same exact thing. She's saying this is business. Right. I'm saying you did something wrong that you knew that was wrong, and it cost me monetarily in my business. You understand? Right. That's all. Oh, yeah. The message is almost right. So the message is almost the same. If I steal some of your material and you don't get credit for it, it doesn't matter if it took you an hour to create it, a year to create it, 10 years to create it. It's your creation. Absolutely. And you weren't compensated some way, shape, form, or fashion. You have the ability to feel some sort of way about it.
Let me clear it up. I would feel a certain type of
Right.
I would feel a certain type of way, my guy. And let me be clear as motherfucker, right? I would be fucking pissed off. And I probably would do exactly what those two people did. All I'm saying is at the end of the night, that shit is only good as the spit that's coming out of your mouth, bro. Because nobody really ultimately gives a fuck. I'm sorry to tell you. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that shit. That shit was then and this is now.
Well, again, what I don't want to do is I don't want to say nobody because I gave a fuck, because I looked at that and I learned from that. How can we possibly learn what to do? if we're not paying attention to what was done, right? How can we progress
Real.
and understand the future if we don't understand the past, right?
Message.
The people that are doing this,
You came just in time.
that's what I'm saying. So these are people that oh no, no.
Don't look any
No,
further.
No, you don't get that. You get
Pause. He paused. I said pause, nigga.
you get that one for
The
that.
came on time was nuts.
Came on time was nasty.
My guy.
Whoa. That Eric, we appreciate you being on the stove.
I love you, bro. I love y'all, man. I'm definitely want to stay connected with y'all, man.
Yeah.
I already watch the show every time it comes out, bro. So
We
you know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
it,
That's automatic.
You know
You know
I
what I
want to for the listeners out here, I want to show y'all. I'm gonna put something up in a second, man, and I just want to show y'all what we do it for, man. And we talk about the dissemination of information, right?
Yes.
The dissemination of information and people trusting you, right? This is why me and Jared take this so seriously. This is why we try to fact check. We're not perfect, but we try to give you guys legit information because we know that you are putting your trust into us, right? I talk about doing construction with you guys all the time. My man Ruben came on. Me and Jared told you guys, the first couple people that hit us up, we were going to teach how to open up businesses and stuff like that, and we were going to teach them things, right? Well, somebody hit me up and they wanted to purchase a home. I've helped several people buy homes. I don't put it out there, but I have to put this out there because it makes me just feel so good to be able to help somebody do this. They was looking at a home. They sent me the information on the home. I looked at the blueprints. I looked at the report on the home, and it was not a good home. For the price that they were going to pay for it and everything, it just was not going to be a good investment. And I was able to, talk to them and get them in contact with a builder, et cetera, and they just closed on their home in the last couple of weeks. She's gonna kill me, but I don't care. I love her to death. She's actually my god sister, and she put her trust in me, and her family put their trust in me, man. And they just moved into a beautiful, beautiful, brand new house. You know what I'm saying? They said yes. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, man. And you know what I mean? Like they said,
that makes you feel good too because you put that work in with him. You actually held her hand and got her to the finish line, bro. So
you
shout out
understand
to
what
you.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what we doing it for, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we talk about, impact over metrics. That's somebody else that grew up in the neighborhood and now is a home owner, right?
Yes.
And
she on her own bank.
And now start the generation of home ownership along that line. Again, it's not everybody, right? But look, one, right? Another one, right? And this is how we're changing this culture, ladies. This is what me and my cousin do it for. If we can get one change, and we said it to Eric, if we could walk one person off the ledge, or we can help just one person do better, it starts the ball rolling. No, we don't expect to change shit overnight, but we do expect to just, help people make a change. You understand what I'm saying? One small step at a time, because if we change you, then you change your family.
Come on.
If we change you, then you change your family, and it's a generational thing. That's what we're here for. More than the title, man. I'm good. I'm sick as a dog, man. But she said I like the way the key.
Yeah, shout out to you. Erica, what up, baby?
Erica, what up? Yeah, man. I think it's so important. We're not gonna get into the craziness that's going on. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Start doing your research. Start doing your homework. There's a bunch of companies out there. 3 big boys. One of them being Vanguard, right? One of them being Vanguard. We'll go into the BlackRock. Yeah, we'll go into it later. But just be clear. There's a plan in place. There's a plan in place right now. These 3 major companies are buying up most of any real estate property they can get their hand on, residential, commercial. It does not matter. These are billion dollar companies, and they're buying everything up. It's already projected. I forget the year, but it's already projected. I think in the next 20 years, they're trying to set it up so that the brown and black diaspora, you will not own anything because they will own all the properties, and you will have to rent forever, and you will not be able to
own. They set the market, and you got to listen and abide by
them. Say it again, Jack. Go ahead.
They're gonna set the market value. They're gonna set the price, and they're gonna outprice us.
Yeah,
they're gonna soon in the next 10 to 15 years, maybe sooner. The class, there wouldn't be non-existent. It would be rich and poor, y'all. Especially with AI. If y'all don't understand what's going on with AI, people losing jobs, all this stuff that's going on, man. Look at how you can utilize this to your benefit. But once again, real estate and land is always going to be a key to generational wealth, y'all. We have to own. We have to own. We have to get out of the worker mindset, y'all.
Yes.
Especially when we have a $1.9 trillion cap on what we spend as a Black community a year, which is more than most countries.
That sounds like some stats. You got some stats over there, my brother.
1.9 trillion, man.
Man, come on, man.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we just trying to look out again for our people. You've heard it a bunch of times, 40 acres and a mule, right? 40 acres and a mule, right? When we talk about the reparations that we want Black and brown people to receive, it's mostly land, right? It's land, because on the land you can build properties, right? You can farm, you can grow your own food, and what that does is it makes you self-sustainable. If you're self-sustainable, now you can pull away from the government. They don't want that. Why? If the more you pull away, the less money they make, the less control they have. And if you know how the government works, that's not what they want. So I just wanted to say, I love you guys, man. Special shout out to my god sister and all that, man, for buying their house, man. I'm coming over. We're gonna cook up something.
Man, I'm flying out, bro. I'm coming on my way too, bro. Tell her
I'm gonna be honest, we do this, man. Anytime somebody get a house, man, we throw a big barbecue and stuff, and yeah, man.
I know y'all don't know me very well, but bro, my pull-up game is outrageous, my guy. I will be in New York. Just give me the invite, man. I'm coming to see the red carpet.
You already have the invite. That's the invite's there, bro. Invite's there.
The party, bro. When the party, let me know. As long as it's on a weekend, I'm on my way.
Whenever you pull up, we create the party. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Hey, I'm gonna send you some messages in y'all. How we communicate. I'm gonna talk to y'all. I'm gonna grab some dates. I'm gonna be in New York in the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Do this real quick. Do me a favor. You got his personal number? No,
I don't have your number, bro. Throw it in the private chat.
Throw it in the private chat. We're gonna do what we do with every guest, man. We appreciate you pulling up, man. I actually truly enjoyed this, man. I think
this was super dope.
Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. I've been looking forward to it since I met y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I was chasing y'all down every time I see you. Put me in the game, coach. Let's go.
I was like, you got my word as a man, bro. We getting you on.
So
I love the energy, bro. I'm just saying. You're my personal locker, man.
So we're gonna start a group chat with me, you, and Jared. That way, any communication goes to all three of us. That's number one. Because this is not gonna be the last time that we spoke. And also, we want to set up a conference, man, when you get some time, because I'm curious in learning about how OWL works and all these, because I don't know. My cousin might know how these things work, but I like to know some things.
Know for your own damn self. Yeah,
absolutely. So
Mondays, bro, is the best day, man. I work every other day. Like,
we'll put something on the calendar for next week. We'll put something on the calendar.
Send me the message, and then we'll go. We'll play. We'll go back and forth until we got a time.
Perfect, man. Jared, what we got coming up next, baby?
Oh, you already know. We got this Thursday. We got Miss Latavia Woodward, aka Mama Set. Mama Set pulling up. Man, she's doing some amazing things in Georgia for the community, man. We want to talk to her. As you guys know, this ain't no clickbait show. We ain't gonna ask 1,000 offset questions and all that. Right. But what we do want to know,
I'm not gonna ask one offset.
None. What I do want to know is how life changed with success, right? How did it change the family dynamic? How do you keep it together, right? What kind of support did you pour into your child before he became famous? Because those are the things we need to know as parents in our community. And how do we pour into our children so they can become the greats, the offset to anybody else? And that's what we're going to talk about. So if that's interest, y'all, we got that on Thursday. We got Zoe Taylor next Tuesday. This sister is, she's super dope, man. Zoe is dope. She has a series called Juicy right now. It's got millions of views on YouTube. If you're into money and violence, those type of shows, she directed, wrote it, screenplayed it, casted, did everything herself as a Black woman who's under 30 years old. I don't want to hear no excuses, y'all.
I'll be there Tuesday. I'll be there listening, watching Tuesday. I love them kind of things. I like to learn from them.
And that's the real, bro. And then Thursday, we got Natalia Williams, man. She's the Chief Technology Officer at Hootsuite. So she also came up with a lot of different programs. She built a lot of tech platforms that we all use today. And she's one of them sisters at the top. They call her in to build them platforms. So she's going to come through. She's going to tell her how she's climbed the corporate ladder, why STEM is so important, why we need to understand technology, especially with AI coming up in the pipeline, and how can we utilize it to our benefit, y'all. So we're going to keep giving y'all the real, keep giving y'all game. And this is what it is. Man, we got a great women's month lined up for y'all. Crazy women's line.
And big shout out to the big homie, man. the big little homie, because I forget he's younger than me. That's what time. But a big shout out to William Benson, man.
Yo, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Will, man, for receiving the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. Man. He was
Yes, that's big. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Will. Yeah, man. You know, pounding the pavement and really doing what he got to do out here, man. And you know, receiving that type of an award should be celebrated, right? They don't just give that out. Everybody don't have you. Everybody ain't got one of these. You know how he talk, right? That's my friend. That's my friend. He ain't your friend.
You know?
Now he got one of these. He go, you ain't got the eagle in your shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, that shit.
Will, man. We got, you know, he invited us. He invited the More Than the Title family to be a part of that, man. So we're absolutely grateful that our guests end up becoming family, and they invite us to share in these moments, right? These lifetime moments, man. So again, impact over metrics, people. This is what we doing. We ain't up here bullshitting, man. We out here trying to change the world, man. One episode at a time.
Not trying, man. I'm gonna eliminate that, guys. These guys are
we out there.
They changing the lives, man. I'm telling you, man. Ever since I met y'all helped me change mine. And even it was a prime display. Even in the show today, I learned 2 valuable lessons. So I'm telling y'all all about change, bro. So make sure y'all follow my guys, man.
And if you don't fucking understand, Google us.
Yeah, Google us. Yes. Hey, I won't ever say that word again, brother. Hey, especially around my brother. Hey, Chatty, I won't say it. Chatty, if you see me say that again, man, I want you to drop a comment and be like, man, come on, man. Don't be saying that shit, bro. Don't be saying that shit, man.
Listen, you drop some jewels. We gonna get together and after next. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, for all y'all that didn't pull up today, we not mad. You know, again, we offer this platform for you guys, fan appreciation. This is for you guys. Like I said, I feel absolutely terrible. I'm under the weather. I'm going to the hospital after this. Jared just came back from the hospital, but we still showed up for you guys, right? But just understand, man, like if you guys don't take advantage of this, if you guys don't take advantage of this information, you only have yourself to blame, right? See, I'm gonna leave you with this, right? We always make fucking excuses. We always make excuses. Nobody's helping us. Nobody's giving us the information. We got to pay for it. All you're doing is logging in. We ain't fucking charging you. People are pulling up, giving you the information. It's free. It only takes your what? Your time. So if you ain't willing to invest that, then, you know, you got to have a real conversation with the person in the fucking mirror, because you lying to yourself. You know, that's it.
Message.
Chatty-O's a beast. Chatty-O's a fucking beast, man. I just got a beast.
Yeah, man.
Chatty-O's in beast mode, even when he's sick. I hate to see you. I hate to see you at 100%, bro. You really gonna be spitting that shit, huh?
I'm about to. I gotta take some more Mucinex, man.
Come on, man.
Look. I told you, me and Jared got the same bottle. I've been drinking
same bottle in the crib.
Drinking this shit like it's fucking coffee, man. I'm dying over here.
Like it's lean.
Right, like it's lean, man, and straight, literally straight from the OR. I'm still on sedation, y'all. Straight from the OR. Drove an hour, came right here, was 5 minutes late, and we make this shit happen, man. Because we love what we do, man, and we talk about passion and purpose because we love changing people. We love helping people. That's who we are in general. We do this shit for free. That story about the house, he didn't say it, but he didn't charge a motherfucking thing for that.
Not a penny.
And I've seen him do that for multiple people.
Not a penny. Not one.
Not a dime.
Not one penny.
So this is why we do it. We put it. We want to put it on camera to give it to y'all, man. To bring people who are at high levels of success and bring them to y'all. Give them the overcoming stories, the how they overcame obstacles, all of that, man. And we could easily say, "Yo, F that." This would have been a very easy episode for us to cancel.
Yeah.
Yes.
A very easy episode for us to cancel.
And let me tell you something. Listen to my.
I was late.
Listen to my cousin, man, and understand. Like, we would love if you guys look at our episodes, even if you don't watch the whole episode, look at who we interview. Take the time to do research on them. So this is the point where now, if you don't listen to the episode, you have to Google them. We had Rakeem Sabri, who's a phenomenal financial advisor, on our show. Our network is now your network. We're giving you access to these people. This man is on television. You understand? He has degrees in this thing. Like, he would show you how to develop. So we talk to so many people in so many different lanes. What we want, this is what we want from you guys. Because you know what it is, John? Maybe we don't ask a lot.
Yeah,
so
we gotta be direct. Be direct.
Let's be direct. What we want y'all to do is start reaching out to us with issues so that we can solve them. But here's the catch. When we solve them, you're going to come on the show and let people know that it was solved. Because that way it holds us accountable and it shows that we are getting results. Because a lot of time in our community, we don't want to believe shit until we see shit, until we hear shit.
We never believe it until we see
anybody that's looking to buy a house, anybody that might need credit advice and things of that nature. We got courses. We got people that do this shit. You want to start Airbnb business? We know people that do all of that.
Federal contracts, you name it.
Federal contract. We just had the guy on the other day.
Jason White.
And if you need a counselor, I'm in the network.
Right.
I'm officially in the network. I work.
Yeah, it is.
I work here across the board. So let's go.
You understand what I'm saying? So again, man,
all family.
Like, closed mouths don't get fed, y'all. Like we doing the heavy lifting for y'all, but I'm telling you, we're not gonna do it all for y'all, man. You gotta meet us somewhere near the middle. So with that being said, I'm out of here, Jay.
We out of here.
Yo, we thank you for another phenomenal show, man.
Yes.
Rest up, and we're gonna see you guys Thursday, man.
Thursday, we out of here. Yes,
What you know about me? Seen it all, heard it all. Oh, what you know about me?